me? Can you hear me? Can you? Shit, sorry. He's saying I need headphones, guys. Let me just go and grab some. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. Oh yeah, that's lovely. I can actually hear that's a bit annoying though. It is lovely to have you all here. Oh, I've got a little bit of mic feedback going on. Are you okay, darling? Okay, so we have got the phenomenal Kanya King who founded MOBO World, and you can only imagine what journey this lady has been on, because we all know what the world was like. I'm not going to say, well, how old is MOBO now? 24 years?
100 years, it feels like.
She works so hard. I don't know a woman in this world that works like Kanya. So Kanya, you are super successful, and you and I know it was not an easy journey. She has had to fight many, many battles, and she's had to pick them and select them carefully. So do you feel it's more difficult at this current time as a young person to be able to achieve what you achieved if you haven't come from a family that's privileged and been able to pay for you to go to work experience or have the contacts and all of the, my family, nobody actually had a job. So Kanya, she comes from a very underserved community as well and had trials and tribulations. Do you think it's possible for young people to do the same as you and produce something so phenomenal?
I think it is challenging to start a business at any age. And I think the most important thing is to know your why you do what you do, and your motivation. Because if you're not passionate about it, then any challenge or hurdle you get, you're more likely to give up.
Yeah.
So for me, coming from my background where I felt that there wasn't representation in the media, there wasn't representation in the music industry, and I wanted to do something about it. And I didn't come from a background who had any business experience or skills or social capital or money, but what I had, I now realised, was something far greater. I had drive and determination, so I was prepared. Whatever obstacles, I had, I was prepared to overcome them. And I realised, I didn't start off with any kind of mentorship, but I think sometimes the best time to learn is just by doing things and trying it out and testing. And then you gain kind of confidence by little wins. And those little wins turn into big wins. And before you know it, you've got a big global brand.
Woo! And can I just say, actually, look, throughout my career, it's been a tough life, but I've had magical moments, and Kanya's delivered a lot of these magical moments. No, you have. She's given me, as she just said, it's those little nuggets, it's those giving people the opportunities. I remember probably, 10 years ago, and she was like, yeah, come and do MOBO social media. No one was really doing social then. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to do this big social media on this. And I grew up as a kid watching MOBO Awards, being like, oh my, like it was such an important brand to me growing up, especially coming from an underserved community, marginalised community. My partner is black. We were like, yes, we're getting people on the stage. It's amazing.
See, that's the thing, the beauty of finding passionate people like Lisa. You know them straight away, willing to get their hands dirty. She was very much, I'm there. Before she knew what she was doing, she was like, I'm part of this. And I think what Lisa and I have been able to do is build a network, a mastermind network, a circle of people whereby we built a trust, and it's a safe space where we can share our fears or what we don't know, and we're willing to help each other. Like being here, rushing here to be on the stage. Lisa said to me, Kanya, I need you to be here, and I'm here. And that's what it should be about, right? We need to support each other, build a community, because you accelerate and you advance together.
It's so true. I say, Kanya, I need a contact. It's just amazing. Like, you imagine this lady's black book, like seriously. But there's been many, many, many challenges producing such an amazing brand, MOBO. I've seen some of the challenges, and boy, do you make it happen. And everyone thinks that Kanya's got this huge team. I think somebody said to me earlier, hasn't she got a PA to book that? I was like, Kanya, she just makes stuff happen. So what has been some of the biggest challenges that have come against you as creating this phenomenal brand, MOBO Awards, as well as other brands? We've got Mobilise, we'll talk about that in a minute.
I guess guess there's been many, many different challenges over the years. I think the first challenge I had was getting people to believe in my vision and idea. So when I was setting up MOBO and I was talking to people, people were like, well, why are you bothering? You know, this was before Black Lives Matter, right? This was before 2020. So certainly the representation wasn't out there. And people used to say to me, well, black artists, they don't sell. Why are you wasting your time? The media will not get behind you. It's too risky.
What was the funny one? That hip-hop was a fad, just saying.
Yeah. So all of these things, and I think you've got to learn to trust your own voice. And I think sometimes when you come from a humble background, you don't always have the confidence in yourself. So I come from a background whereby, you know, youngest girl of 9 children, and my mother, her aspiration for me was to just have a job, really. That was enough, and be a teacher perhaps. But I had bigger ambitions, and I wanted to pay it forward, build, you know, an enterprise which would go on and help many, many people. So I guess the challenges was all the time is trying to get people, how can I get people to believe in what I believe in? And I built trust. I built trust by setting a goal and doing what I say I would do. And, you know, I could share probably many, many stories of all the different challenges I faced along the way. But the truth is you get energized by the things that do work. And there's many things that don't work, but you've got to learn to build resilience. And I think resilience comes from, you know, finding strength when things don't work. And it's like any other muscle. The more you work at it, the stronger it gets. And I think I come from a very background that had lots of mental health issues. You know, my father died when I was young. You know, all sorts of problems. You know, we didn't have a roof over our head, and so forth. But you know, to me, when the pandemic come and everybody was panicking, that was almost like my normal. I can deal with this. You know, and I shouldn't really be saying that, but I'm just giving you my truth. You know, I felt resilient, and when people were stopping and pausing, we were doubling down. So.
Oh yeah, doubling down. Like she put on the best digital award ceremony, the buzz, it was just phenomenal. She's also created some brilliant campaigns recently, and an app which you've partnered with Accenture, which is Mobilise, which is for young black talent. We need support with this, guys, so please step up. We need support in every which way. Start spreading the word. And also there's MOBO Trust, which is also a phenomenal charity, and Kanya has a program called MOBO Unsung, where young talent can get money, you know, to progress in the music industry. And the music industry can be really, really challenging. So having a brand like MOBO supporting you and lifting you, and believe you me, there's artists. You know, I remember Sam Smith walking around, and he was just some, you know, young boy before he was big. And this is what Kanya does. She puts people on a platform, you know, which is phenomenal. And I want to ask you a question, like, out of all of the things that you have learned over the years, what would you share with your 18-year-old self? What's the best piece of advice you could give them?
I think I would share to my 18-year-old self is don't be afraid to fail. You only fail by not trying. So that's the biggest piece of advice I would give. And I'd also say where the right advisors are many, plans will succeed. So if you are the sum of the friends you surround yourself, and it's important to surround yourselves by people who have drive and ambition, because you will be motivated and inspired by them. And you'll be thinking this is normal, you know, creating global brands, creating businesses, being entrepreneurial, it becomes a normal thing to do.
I know, I'm so lucky to call her as a friend. That's what I start doing, going, I'm going to build this, I'm going to create this, because you've got people like Kanya King as your friend. You're like, oh, I can do anything. Oh, thank you, you are brilliant. And Kanya is now going to be a judge for our young people. So we need to get our young people on stage. Thank you, Kanya. Can we please give her a round of applause? Being such a champion, an amazing woman. I love her to pieces.
I love you too.
Right, we're going to get our young people up. So we've got 2 groups of young people, and they've been given a task. They've been given for QVC have said, right, we need to up our game with Gen Z. How can you help us? So our young people are going to pitch to you all. Please give them a warm welcome. Guys, we need to move the chairs, and you can all get up on the stage. You're going to smash it. Most of them have never pitched before. They need our support. Oh, you're going to lead them. One team at a time. So,
yeah, I've done that.
Sorry, Sarah's very organised. Thank you, darling. Got our amazing judges. Kanya, come and take a seat. We've got Linn. Who else have we got? Have we got another seat? Not me, Kanya. Right, the young people are now going to pitch.
Hello? Look at me.
I've got my mic on.
Oh, this is terrifying. Well, here we go. Hi and welcome. Thank you for having us. We are students that follow along with digital learning, DigiLearning, sorry. Our team name is the Digital Reinventors, and this is our Flourish initiative for DigiLearning and the social element. And today we'll be presenting our brief that we've been given to make for QVC.
In today's presentation, we aim to show you our interpretation of QVC, what we think about their online platform, how we aim to help and contribute to that, how exactly we're going to do that. And also, yeah, this is just what we're going to show you in our presentation, our own personal experiences on individuality, which is QVC's message.
Hello everybody, hope you're having an amazing day so far. Wait, the slide is supposed to be up, guys. I don't know what's going on. Oh. I've got this. Next one. That's it, thank you. So, QVC. The QVC stands for Quality, Value and Convenience. QVC is an incredibly exciting e-commerce store that anybody can shop from. Well, it's what we hope to promote. They have been in operation for over 30 years, guys. They're a worldwide platform in Japan, the USA, Italy, the UK. They aim to have a family-type community with their people that shop with them. We have noticed that they tend to aim for more of a mother-daughter type bond with their customers, and their target audience as of right now is more towards the older generation. In the review, we have noticed that our target as the Digital Reinventors is to help QVC build as a brand, to help it expand its family-based culture to a younger and more open, accessible space for younger audiences, shoppers, all that. And to help redefine what it means to be an individual. We aim to attract those of the age group 16 to 41. As of right now, as I said before, they aim towards more of the older generation, females, right now. But yeah, 1 second, sorry. QVC has a worldwide influence amongst women of an older generation, but they have yet to have an influence over the younger generation. And this allows me to lead to our goal of our campaign.
I don't know if it's going to come. Oh, it's weird hearing myself. A concrete value for QVC is family, and every family is different and tells their own individual story. Our goal is to create a QVC family where people are not afraid to be themselves. We want to deconstruct the nuclear family norms, introduce non-binary clothing and beauty without the traditional male or female labels to allow people to express themselves freely.
Okay, so you may ask, how do we accomplish this? So we've come up with the hashtag coming out with QVC, where we encourage people to tell their personal coming out stories via one of the largest social media platforms, such as TickTock. This shall remind Gen Z that despite any family reactions, QVC is a family where they have a safe space to freely express themselves and where you will always be accepted and supported during your coming out journey.
Okay, so our approach, our aim and focus is to attract and provide clothing items and beauty products for a younger, more diverse audience and make them feel comfortable with who they are by selling products that would suit their preferences, regardless of their gender, shape or size. This could be done by sectioning clothes into more diverse categories rather than it being solely based on male and female assets. By doing this, QVC will be able to attract younger groups and they would be acknowledging people who are of minority groups. One of these including gender differences, providing many different styles of clothes, whether that's baggy or tighter clothes.
Okay, so we have sought out a diverse range of UK influencers with very large TikTok platforms who have embraced their new identity in their own coming out journey. So this is Real, a black bisexual influencer. We have Belle Priestley, who you may know as a trans female. And we have Mrs. Potato Queen, a queer Muslim. We will utilize the TikTok shop and link our non-binary clothing, technology, and beauty products in the QVC TikTok shop. Influencers will share their coming out story and how it may have changed their relationship with their clothes and their families. This campaign will generate buzz, especially with the end of Pride Month. With their stories, they can detail their relationship with their family and how that may have changed, where family is not defined by your blood, but those who support you, and where you can become a part of the QVC family. Even making a QVC support group with social media platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
Does anyone know what the average coming out age is? I'll give you like 5 seconds to think about it. So A, we have 32, B, we have 25.8, and then C, we have 20.6 average age. So the right answer is C. Any ideas on the average age for millennials at all? So A, we have 14, B, 15.5, and C, 17. So the answer for that is 17 years old. So what does this mean for QVC? So in order to appeal to millennials, QVC must make use of social media, where meaningful, current, zeitgeisty stories are often the way to stay relevant as a business.
Hashtag join the QVC family. Let's redefine gender roles. Women dresses in feminine clothing are worn by females and males wear masculine clothing. What does that leave non-binary people with? It's time to go genderless and just wear whatever feels right. We need to include a diverse range of models from different heights all the way to different skin colors. Men should be able to wear dresses and feminine clothing without being assumed gay, and the opposite with women. What we wear does not define us. At QVC, we should be family, no judgment, no labels, just happiness and love. Shop with joy, shop with QVC.
We all have a story about who we are, where we come from, and how we became what we are. My brother is a trans male, and at age 14, he came out to me and the rest of my family as a lesbian. He hated female clothing and knew it wasn't who he was, but continued to force himself to wear it because it was said women have to wear women clothing. At age 16, he identified himself as non-binary and began to wear more masculine clothing, and at last he was beginning to find himself. At 17, he knew who he was, and he cut his hair, began wearing binders and men's clothing, which made him finally realise that this is him. He was no longer Chloe Ann, he was Caden James. QVC can help people learn who they are sooner. If clothing gender norms were broken when Caden was 14, maybe he could have found himself sooner.
So I just want to say thank you very much for listening to us and being such a supportive audience for our first ever pitch as a group. We look forward to having your feedback, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Also, a massive thank you to Sarah and Lisa for giving us this opportunity, and as well as everyone else. And and so now next up we'll be passing it on to the rest of us, which is Team B. So here you go, guys.
Testing. Hello everyone, we're Team B. We're called the Elite. I'm gonna get straight into it. Firstly, what is QVC? QVC is an incredibly exciting retail destination with the purpose of inspiring people to buy, standing for quality, value, and convenience.
Our brief, our target audience are young people. We want them to discover the brand as a shopping destination where they enjoy, where we want them to feel like a place they belong, a place of community. We want them to think of a place where they say, oh my God, how could I did not found this place? A place that actually brings your needs. Thank you.
Currently, QVC is more known to the older generation and the older community, but our aim is to make sure that Gen Z can also be part of this community, and we want to build a community that is empowering, supportive, and inclusive to all age groups. And one way we're going to be using TikTok to promote this, as TikTok has more young people and the Gen Z community are part of TikTok, and this is the best way for us to promote it.
Our campaign for QVC will be aimed at young audiences who are both male and female, and 16 to 25-year-olds who are interested in shopping for trendy clothing, beauty and cosmetics. As young people ourselves, we would like to see QVC presented by TikTok that will reach us personally. Our desired outcome is to appeal to a wider and younger range of audiences. They will think of QVC in a different light, which is more diverse and fitted to their needs. For example, selling and advertising clothes, such as cargos and crop tops, in comparison to long floral dresses, which are not so appealing to younger people. We will be showing the younger generation their most loved creators wearing clothing and other products from QVC.
So first of all, we just want to mention a couple of the influences that we would introduce to help help QVC attract the younger generation. So we got Chloe Burrows. She was formerly on Love Island, so I feel like that attraction from Love Island, she can really help, and also on her YouTube and her TikTok, she really emphasizes her current life and everything that happens in her life. So I feel like having her, she'll be able to express the products which are found on QVC. Also, we have Nella Rose. She's a UK content creator. She uses a lot of makeup. So and due to QVC being attractive to many females, I feel like it'll be a good avenue to attract the younger females. Also, we got Chunks. Chunks is a really likable character within the UK scene, and through his rush and rise into stardom within the UK, I feel like he's widely accepted within society. So many people look up to him and admire, and seeing him wear one of QVC's clothing or something would really inspire the younger generation to want to be like him and wear his clothes.
And also we have KSI, very famous within the UK, worldwide, music, boxer. He does everything really, and he's once again a likable character. So having that and the fact that people listen to him, and which is shown through the millions of views that he has, is really important to attract the younger generation. Thank you.
What would a TikTok launch concept look like?
There are different plans while launching content on TikTok. For example, using suitable hashtags that will attract the audience and making videos interesting with clear description.
How are you going to grab people's attention?
By making sure that customer needs and interests are met by using live streams to engage with the audience.
How will you encourage them to join the community?
By using YouTube influencers, creating a trend and using adverts accomplished with guerrilla advertising. What are the key areas you want to communicate?
The key area is to keep promises. Being kind does not mean using nice terms, but instead showing with our words that we are really interested in our customers, who we treat as a family so they feel welcome.
How you encourage people to come back for more?
By giving them activities to do and go on to discover QVC as a shopping destination, so that the content to be fun, inspiring, engaging, and most important, entertaining. It can be something you can share with friends for multiplayers too.
How would you engage them into a conversation?
There will be a robot called QVC Run who will engage a conversation with the customer and ask what they've been doing and what sort of activities have they done.
So one of the big ideas that we had was to go on live every week on TikTok and do giveaways and answer inquiries that anyone has. This will allow our customers to try the product for free when we do the giveaways. This will allow our customers to answer and to get any answers. To get any inquiries answered and increase engagement.
Another big idea that we have is to get Chloe, Chunks, Nella and KSI to do content series, which is a bunch of challenges where they try out the clothes on TikTok, online, in front of their audiences, and we just promote the brand with star marketing, and this engages more customers. And this is to entertain audiences and just bring different markets into like seeing QVC. So yeah.
So yeah, that's the end, guys. Thank you for having us. Thank you for being very supportive. Yeah, we're Team B, the elites. Thank you.
Hello. Oh, you can hear me. Well, I mean, seriously, our teams, well done. We are so proud of you because I know that is so out of your comfort zone. It's out of my comfort zone being on here, so well done. Our judges are now going to have a discussion. You're all winners, just saying, but we're going to have a discussion on what was the favourite idea, okay? You're all winners. We'll just be a few minutes and then we'll deliberate and come back to you.
We forgot to make the last point, which was that if we can make this campaign extend beyond social media. Let me start again. How can we make QVC bigger? We can make this campaign extend beyond social media by keeping up with trends such as trending music and dances through the use of different influencers. This will allow us to reach larger audiences and markets by using different social media platforms such as Twitter, Snapchat ads, etc. This attracts more engagement and sales, which QVC could then use these profits to grow and open real-life stores.
This is working.
Yeah.
So we're just going to say, we're going to hand over to Chiara first of all, who is our QVC client, to get her feedback. Before we do this, I just want to say how much we've loved working with you today. It's been fantastic. You've got such a great energy. You really understood the brief. You came up with ideas straight away. Chiara, can you hear me? I don't think she can. No. We're going to give some key highlights while we wait for Chiara. So both teams, as I said, you really understood QVC, you really understood the brief. You also understood Tick-Tock brilliantly, and I think you both had strategies that would work. I think Team A, you went in with a very big idea that united a group of people, and we loved the idea of non-binary, breaking down genders and labels, and actually it's a very big idea for QVC beyond just a Tick-Tock campaign. I'm going to hand over to Roisin, get your thoughts.
Thanks. Yeah, I just want to echo that, everyone. Thanks so much, guys. It was brilliant watching you all. Both teams were amazing. You both understood the brief. You both had loads of insights, and it seemed like you really knew the client. You'd obviously done your research. Again, echoing both campaigns would work brilliantly on Tick-Tock. You really understood kind of the culture that happens on Tick-Tock. I loved how you actually had both teams. You came up with creators, very specific creators, and you had why you would use those. I loved, the first team's big idea that you had, very timely, and also the second team. I love that you had this idea that was almost like this creative crew that could kind of flex throughout the year. So well done, guys.
That's the other thing. I think it's so close. Both campaigns are really good. They'd really work. I think for the first one, it's taken that whole idea of the key to QVC is family, and you've blown that wide open. You've made it modern and relevant. It's really solid. I think for the second campaign as well, you've really understood what it means to bring it to life on Tick-Tock. So the people you've chosen, the activation, the content, it would work. It would reach a lot of people. It would make a lot of people engaged in the brand. So it's very, very close. I would say, well done, everyone.
So huge congratulations to each and every one of you. It's not easy speaking out and pitching in front of so many people. So you should go away feeling very, very proud of yourself. I know I couldn't have done it at your age, so well done. Yes, I would echo a lot of the comments that have been made here. We loved so many different things about both ideas. The big idea from Team A, we definitely thought that was a kind of very cohesive campaign, and the hashtag is very memorable coming out. With Team B, in terms of the kind of influencers, the detail, and you thinking really hard about it. And I love the influencers that you suggested, because I could see how, whether it was Nella Rose or KSI, or I could see how they could work. So it was a really, really difficult, tough decision, and we think you're all winners. But the drum roll. The big announcement to come. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it?
I think I'm doing it. So, as I said, love to give it to you both, but there is one there is one winner. So, Team A, you've actually won with your big idea. But as I said, Team B, we would happily work with you and loved your selection of influencers and the knowledge that you had. So, we would work with both of you. But thank you so much.
Okay, so I'd like to say a massive thank you to Social Element, because they stepped up in a way that not many brands would. They are running, skipping, walking, jumping the talk, okay? They are making it happen. Tick-Tock, thank you for always supporting us and for judging and being so fabulous. Another Social Element. And Kanya King, I mean, seriously. Thank you. And we would also like to thank QVC for stepping up and providing us with an amazing brand. We had a few technical issues, as you could tell. We had a lady in Italy, the QVC lady, who couldn't quite tune in, but we appreciate her comments. Thank you, guys. Big, massive thank you to you lot. You're amazing. I'm so excited about your futures. You smashed it. Super proud of you for standing on a stage with a room full of amazing professionals. You lot rocked it. Well done. Give yourself a round. Thanks, everyone.